Hello, friends. Welcome back to episode 6, or welcome back to Make It Strong podcast. Sorry, we're hungover right now.
It's Fernando's fault.
Yep, it's my fault. Anyways, I'm Fernando, and
I'm Courtney.
we have a guest, talented, beautiful guest from Shim Sham Room, Maranda.
Hello.
So, yeah, hold on. Where's the clap?
That's what I was.
Oh, there it is. Damn it. So if you're listening, yes, we are a little hungover. So Miranda, tell us about yourself and how long you been in the industry.
I've been in the service industry. I'm going on 10 years now. I've been bartending for about 5. I'm from here in Jacks Beach.
What'd you start? What were you doing before? Started bartending.
I started at Ragtime as a host, and then I moved to Hoptinger where I hosted, and then I started serving, and then I moved to Vegas where I became a bartender there for
fun.
2 years, and then I moved back here and got offered a job at Shim Sham, and I've been there ever since.
How long have you been at Shim Sham for?
I'm a little over 3 years now.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Has it been that long already that you've been back?
Long, yeah.
Oh, wow.
How was Vegas, bartending in Vegas?
It was cool. I didn't work at like a club or anything of that sort. I worked at this place called Echo and Rig, and it's kind of fine dining.
Oh, okay, nice.
So that's where I learned like craft cocktail, and so that was why it was cool. I got offered a job at Shim Sham where I could continue craft cocktailing.
Do you like the craft cocktail?
I love it. I think it's so fun.
I love craft cocktails. I like drinking them and I like making them. But it's just sometimes when you're hungover, when I used to work at the Bricks, we had craft cocktails. And when I was hungover, it was the worst making them. I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to work.
Sometimes it's hard, like when you are at high volume and someone orders 6 different cocktails, and you're like, dang, I have to like whip this out really fast. But that's kind of where your like skill comes into play, and you like have that knowledge behind it where you can work.
What's your favorite cocktail to make?
If
If you have one.
I have so many. I feel like I really love when people ask me to make them something. They're like kind of whip me up something. I love that. I think it's super fun. Kind of create it for their like their personality,
Yeah.
what they're feeling. But I love playing with fire. So there's this drink called a caramel burner, and it's Cat Daddy moonshine whiskey, Grandma Ye, and then a little bit. It's really good.
It's
and a scoop of sugar, and you caramelize it in the glass. You light it on fire. You caramelize it. You pour it over ice. It's like a waterfall of fire.
That would be fun.
It's super fun. It kind of smells like,
Do you
I
know
don't know
that
about
old
drinking
fashioned?
it, but
That old fashioned you made, where you were you were smoking it.
the cinnamon in it.
Yes. So I had old fashions like that, and I had like 6 or 7 of them. I was out of town. The worst hangover ever. The worst.
Yeah, just 6 or 7,
yeah,
fashions.
blame the old fashioned.
No,
Not the alcohol
The quantity.
consumption. Yeah.
No.
I've had like 6 or 7 old fashioned.
no, but I've had multiple old fashions, and my hangovers weren't as bad
Because
as.
they added too much sugar to it.
I think it's all the sugar. It's all the sugar. So
It'll happen.
So, Miranda, what is one stereotype that you think bartenders get that either is true, isn't true?
I feel like there's so many bad reps we get as bartenders, even as girls in general. I feel like a lot of people think that we're like super sexual, or like, we get like the hoe rep, or that we're stupid, and I feel like none of those are true, especially if you like take the time to talk to someone.
Yeah.
take the time to talk to someone.
Get to know me.
I'm a person too.
No, it's true, and not just you as a female, but I think just the industry itself. We get stereotype, and I know you as I'm not a woman. I mean, I could be in this day and age,
you
right?
can't.
So as a woman, you girls just get stereotyped. Like you said, sexualized, and that's just in general. But I know I've had friends, female friends in the industry where they're dating a guy that's not in the industry, and the boyfriend is calling them names.
It's definitely like been an issue in the past for like me personally too. Like guys would be like, "Oh, you do this for that." Like, "Oh, you flirt people for money." I'm like, actually, I'm a great bartender. I make really good drinks, and that's how I make my money because I'm the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shame on those people that say that to girls.
I guess
you
it's
flirt,
just like not in it, so they just like don't understand that. So I feel like it has to be something that's a conversation, that needs to be like brought up, or not needs to be, but it should be like more talked about maybe. But I guess there are people that are like that, and like more proud to them. Who cares? Like but not everyone is like that.
No, I agree. I mean, Courtney gets it all the time too.
No.
You know, well, you get hit on all the
But
time.
no, it's like another one too is like we don't have, because you're working and you're behind the bar, you don't have to be nice. Like, not be nice. I don't know how I'm trying to say. Like, people are like, you have to sit here and talk to me and have this whole conversation with me. Mm-hmm. But if you're an asshole or something, like, I don't have to entertain you.
I definitely don't.
Yeah.
I definitely don't.
So, I've been around places where it's slow. The bartender is talking to me and having a conversation. Makes me want to stay there longer and spend more money. But I will notice other guys or guests that are at the bar that are just being pricks and assholes.
Yeah.
I just
for no reason.
Back. You can't outwit me. I can come up with something way faster than you can. It is
She's
for a
witty
living.
too.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
They don't want it.
Not today, but sometimes.
Courtney's dying. She is hungover.
Work meeting.
It was a good work meeting.
I'm sweating out vodka.
You know, on the stereotypes, have you dated anybody that has ever, or not just date, or someone that you were having fun with and made those comments?
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What'd you do? Or what'd you say?
I don't know. I just kind of. It's just like the fact that you're dating me, you know me, you know that I'm not that kind of person. So like you shouldn't have anything to worry about ever. And you can ask my whole staff. I'm not one to sit there and flirt for money. Like that's just not me. I'll make jokes, I'll like, more like make fun of someone, but like in a jokingly manner, just like, messing around. But
a little bit serious.
Yeah, but like.
I think you're kidding.
Yeah, exactly. So just kind of a conversation. It's definitely something that, if someone who's not secure in themselves is going to have that problem no matter what, and that's going to be a personal issue for them. And so that's kind of when you got to decipher like where you make that boundary, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that do it though, that will sit there and flirt with the old guys for a bigger tip, and
it's just not me personally.
Yeah,
like I don't like. There's lots of people, and like I think that's awesome. I just I can't do that personally.
There, with what you were saying, Courtney, about when someone will actually flirt extra with you to an older gentleman. I've been at places too where it's high end, and they have the regulars that come in.
Yeah.
Where this place that I was going to, they had these older guys. They were super nice. We actually used to drink together because we wanted to see the bartender, but we were all friends.
Yeah.
Amongst ourselves with the bartender. So obviously the bartender was flirting a little bit extra, but not to get the money, because she actually liked them and respected them. And those guys, those older gentlemen, respected the bartender as well. And one night we were there, I was eating and we're drinking scotch. Two older guys come into the bar and sit right next to us, next to the older gentleman, and they thought it was appropriate to make some of those comments because they heard these other older gentlemen.
Yeah.
Well, one of the older gentlemen that we know, our friend, turned over and told the guy, "Hey, just to let you know, she's our friend. She's like our daughter. That's between us. That comment you made, I don't think it was appropriate." And right when he was saying that, the bartender told the other guy, and was like, "Hey, listen, no big deal, no worries. Just please try to respect me."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially working out here, you get a lot of just bullshit people anyways. And what's even, sometimes women are worse than men. Because I've had girls literally be like, "Can I touch your boobs and stuff?" I'm like, that's weird.
Please don't.
Yeah. Like, why? Why?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is. And I know you, so one of the other episodes, when he used to work at Tilted Kilt, and some lady just lifted his
She
skirt.
wanted to see what we wore under our skirts. So she lifted it up, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's okay, I'm a woman.
Yeah, that's
Just have some respect. And, with you, you're very attractive, so I know you get hit on a lot. One of the things that I can't stand the most is when the guy is flirting with you, and you're flirting back because he's nice, and then he asks for your number, and obviously you say no, and then becomes a total fucking dick.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that happen
my
so
God.
many times at many other bars.
I've had literally this guy who was flirting with me, and I wasn't even flirting back. I was just being like, nice as usual, but I wasn't. There was no like flirtation going on, and he asked for my number, and I was like, no. And he threw his like receipt on with like clipboards. He like threw it. He's like, do you know who I am? I'm a big deal. I was like, no, I have no idea who you are, and I don't care. I definitely don't want to know who you are after the way you just acted. You're definitely not someone I want to be around. So like, why? You're not entitled to anything.
I see like people leave their numbers on the receipt and then they'll leave a shitty tip. And I feel like it's because they want you to call them and be like, what the fuck? I've had that a couple times. And I'm like, do they want, just so you text them maybe and ask
So I was
what the fuck is wrong?
I was 18, 19 years old, and I went to a restaurant in St. Augustine. And actually, Matthew took it out. It was right on the water, on the Intercoastal. Obviously, I think it's getting rebuilt now. I think I left like $1 or something. And I wasn't even in the street. I was broke. So I left her my number because we were flirting with each other. She came outside and called me out in front of my 2 other Navy friends. She was older and told me, like, I know we were flirting and I think you're cute, but leaving me $1 is not going to make me want to call you.
I love that.
I didn't know what to do, and then I was going to give her more so I could get her to call me. She just walked inside. I'm like, damn.
Goat her. I
No,
love
for real.
her.
And I didn't know any better back then.
Yeah.
Stupid Fernando.
And ever since then, the times when I was single, she's cute. Let me see if she calls me.
That's so funny.
Let me tip her
Accordingly.
accordingly. Let me give her 50% tip.
Ooh.
That's right.
Yeah. It sucks that stereotypes, and I think every job has a stereotype.
For sure.
The bartenders are all alcoholics, which is not true.
So not true.
Not true.
I mean,
Excuse me?
you're the exception. It's true with Fernando.
What? That I'm not an alcoholic,
You
and then
are.
you guys are an alcoholic?
I'm definitely not.
Yeah, I hardly ever drink, really.
Yeah, people
I'm a
offer me
hermit.
shots all the time at my job. I'm like, no thanks. I just don't like to drink
Yeah.
and work.
Yeah, I don't understand the people who can drink and work.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it'll be like fun. It'll make it a little more like the time will pass by faster, but it's just not for me. I also don't like feeling hungover in the morning.
I feel that.
That's the worst. Like, Courtney is hungover right now. I know, so, and obviously we're still talking on stereotypes, but shaming those guys and even the girls that think they're better and then try to put the service industry down. One of the examples that I can recall, a guy telling his ex or whatever girlfriend, you're a whore, you're just out there flirting with the old dudes or flirting with the guys, you just want the attention. And the guy's just being insecure, and he was obviously cheating on her.
That's really just a self-reflection.
So shame on those people. But kudos to those people that do respect the industry.
Yeah. I've had an ex be like, no one wants to date a bartender. Like,
Then why date me?
Yeah.
I've had multiple girls tell me, I wouldn't date you. Well, why wouldn't you date me? Because you're a bartender. Obviously, Ritz Bricks, when I used to work there at Lemon Bar, and even here, where I'm part owner of the rack, like, I'm not a fucking bartender, you fucking idiot.
And it's just, I mean, a lot of us have degrees. A lot of us are going to school. A lot of us are very smart people, and we make awesome money working in this industry. You know?
Some of the smartest people and wonderful people I've met were people in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
I have a guy friend who used to be a dishwasher, then bartended here and there, and then moved. He's a fucking attorney in Miami.
You see? Yeah.
And actually, he was one of my first few bartender friends. When I started bartending, he was bartending at downtown. I think it was Twisted Martini or something, or
Was that in the landing?
yeah, at the landing. But I can't remember. Anyways, he was bartending over there. He was a cook and a dishwasher, and he started bartending. But yeah, he's a freaking. He actually makes a ton of money in Miami, and he's a successful lawyer. So, screw to everyone that puts us down.
Screw to you. Like, screw
to you.
Screw to those people.
Yeah, everybody has a profession, and this is a profession. So, Miranda, what do you go by, anyways?
Miranda.
Just Miranda?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a nickname for Miranda?
I get like Randy or my
Randy?
last name's Lion. So people call me like Lion.
Oh, I like Lion.
Why are you lying?
Oh, I've never heard that one before. That's a first.
I thought it was pretty good.
My parents call me RuRu.
Aw.
Why RuRu?
Miranda Rooney. I don't know.
RuRu. All right, next time I see you, I'm going to come go in and shout RuRu.
I will respond.
Will you?
Oh, yes. My whole family.
Really?
My family's really big, too.
Oh, shit. What do you go by, Courtney? Just Courtney?
Courtney.
Court? You don't have a nickname?
No.
Really? No nicknames? Shit.
What do you go
Well,
by?
yeah.
Pablo.
Oh, true.
Pablo, Nando, or Daddy, Papi. It don't matter. So, Miranda, obviously you are a female bartender in the industry. And obviously the industry has changed in the past 20, 30, 40 years. What's one incident or that you can remember that you were disrespected so bad, and what'd you do? By a male or another female?
There's actually two really good ones, and one I just remembered. I was working at Hoptinger as a server one time, and there was this really creepy guy in the corner, but I was like, whatever, doesn't matter.
Was he a Jeffrey Dahmer type of creepy guy?
Not necessarily like creepy, just like bad vibes. I don't know, I just suspicious. And so I had a full tray of drinks. I had this party that was like serving, and I was walking over with my tray of drinks, and he just literally grabs a handful of my butt, like a handful of it. I throw the tray of drinks on him, and like I didn't even have time to turn around and react, but both of the bartenders had him up by his like arms and dragging him out of the bar. And like my table saw that happen. They saw me throw the tray of drinks on him, and they're like, "It's fine. We will wait for them." Like he needed that.
Was he just wasted, or?
I don't know. There's literally no excuse for it. I don't know, but he just, who has the audacity? I've never had someone like touch me like that before, unwarranted, but it was just, I was young too. I don't even think I was 21 yet. Like I mean, 20 is still pretty young, but I mean.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, like why do you think that you have the right to do that? Who raised you? What? Are you okay?
Like, I want to snap this pen in half.
Like, no. Why is that okay for you to do? It's not okay for you to do, but why?
Why do you think it's okay and or appropriate? And what did he expect?
He's a grown man. You are a grown man. Yeah. Get it together, sir.
So,
it's like, what did he expect your response to be?
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah.
Get out of my face before I punch you, my guy.
Or just to ignore it?
Like, was he expecting you to turn around? Oh, my God, I loved it. Can you do it on my other ass cheek, too?
Like, no, I'm throwing this whole tray of glassware at your face, sir. No, sir.
And obviously, this is one of the other things, too, in stereotypes where, she's just a fucking female server.
Yeah, she's a piece of meat. Yep.
She's a piece
meat
of
market.
Meat. I'm like, come on, dude, have some fucking respect.
I will hit you in the face, my guy.
Florida,
we don't mess around here.
Duval.
Yeah. And obviously, when Courtney was working at the other place, the lady just lifted her skirt. Like, who? Because you're a female, you're allowed to do that?
No.
Or because you're a female, you want to grab her boobs?
I remember when I was serving at Tilted, there was like a douchebag family. Have you ever seen just like they mohawks and just like, I don't know, affliction. Not that everyone who wears affliction is douchebags. But his dad gave the kid like $1, and the kid was, I don't know, 5, 6, and he was telling him to throw it on the ground, so I'd have to go over there and bend over and pick it up. I'm like, what?
It's just breeding.
Did you even bend over, or you just like bent?
No, I left it on the floor. I don't need that money. That
4 quarters.
Yeah, like it was just crazy because you could see him doing it, and then like the little kid was like laughing and like trying to get me to bend over. I was like, that's weird. It's disgusting. You're teaching your child that, like.
It is. Guys, please respect the females, the women, bartenders, servers, hostess. Like, just because they're there doesn't mean you got to touch them. Can't stand that shit. They're not your friends. Don't touch them.
Don't kiss their hands either. I don't like when guys kiss
Just
their
don't
hands.
touch me in general.
I just
Don't
touched
look
you.
for too long either.
So, you like the where the guy touched your ass. I had an incident with a female years ago, many years ago, where the comment she made, "Well, you're a bartender. Why does it matter?" So I hooked up with this female that I ended up picking up at the bar where I used to work at. She took me. I went back to her house after the bar closed. She told me she had friends over. There was no friends there. She was already in her sexy PJs. We make drinks. Next thing you know, we are hooking up. We hook up. We're in the shower. I get done, and I sit and I tell her, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and get some water." Of course, I go get some water, but something's off. And obviously, I'm being nosy, and I'm looking around. I see wedding pictures. I see all sorts of pictures. Come to find out, and then she comes out, and she's like, "What are you doing? Are you fucking married? Like, why does it matter to you? You're just a fucking bartender. What's the difference? I don't fucking hook up with married women." Well, anyways,
Apparently you do.
apparently, shit. No, when she made that comment, I was just so pissed. Like, really?
Like, what?
You don't have morals.
She doesn't
You're
always.
just a bartender.
But then she was using, no, we're separated. You mean he's on deployment separated?
Ooh.
Even worse.
I'm like, no, girl. And I haven't seen her since then. This happened, I think, 12 years ago, 10 years.
That's wild.
I mean, it feels like, wait, what year is this? 2022?
Yes.
I think this happened like 2010.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, 2010, because I was single. Yeah, you know, I guess. But whatever. It is what it is. Is there any do's or don'ts that you have?
I don't know. What do you mean specifically?
Like, well, one of the don'ts is don't flash your money
Yeah, definitely don't.
at the
do that.
bartender's face.
There's so many. Do just make eye contact with me. Sit there and be nice. I promise I see you. If you wave your money in my face, especially if they're dollar bills, I'm gonna take them and give them back to you. Set them down. Don't hit your card.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, like
Just
I think you're at the
take
wrong
it.
location. I think you're at the wrong location, sir. Thank you. If someone waves in my face, I wave back in their face. They're always in shock. I'm like, oh, you don't like that when someone waves in your face like that? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Me neither.
It happened to me Saturday.
I make like a joke about it. I'm like, you don't like that? Me neither. That's crazy. What do you want?
It happened to me
Yeah,
Saturday.
that's so disrespectful. What?
Person was waving their hands in my face while I'm making drinks. I literally stopped what I'm doing. I'm like, I see you, but don't put your hands in front of my face and when I'm making drinks.
Some girl yelled at you too. I was like, you're gonna let her talk to you like that? I was pissed for you. She yelled like, "Hey" or something, and I looked at her like she was crazy. And I was like,
I don't remember.
I don't even know if you heard her, but I heard her, and I was pissed off for you.
Really? Man.
I'm always like, my name's not Hey.
God, this guy like 2 weeks ago was screaming at me across the bar. I was on the other side of the bar, and he was like, "Babe, babe,
Ugh.
babe." I was like, I'm not your babe. I know you're not talking to me, and I know you're not yelling at me. No one's in here right now. You don't need to yell.
Oh, that's even more awkward.
Yeah, there's like 4 of them, and then he starts talking in Spanish about me. I'm like, first of all, I can understand what you're saying. So like, just trying to like disrespect me, and I'm just like, I don't want to ruin your night. You want to be nice to me? Like, I can have you leave if you want. Like,
People
just
are
don't be
just.
disrespectful. Don't
No.
yell at me. Don't call me babe.
Don't be entitled either.
Yeah, and then
That's
he's like, come on, and I'm like, come on, no, I'm gonna leave now.
That just
And
pisses me off.
another thing too that's been bothering me lately is when people get mad that you're out of something. I hate that. They're like, "How are you out of Bud Light or something?" I'm like,
People drink them.
yeah.
Well,
I
right
don't
now,
have an endless supply. Of
for
Bud
everybody
Light.
out there, if you go somewhere that don't have it, it's not because they are crappy at ordering booze. It's because right now there's shortage of everything. We didn't have Corona for a while
So long.
because they the warehouse, the distributor didn't have it. We didn't have Crown for a while.
But people get so mad, and it just blows my mind that you're an adult and you're acting like a child because we are out of a
thing.
Yeah, something like.
We were out of Crown Apple at one point, and two regulars, they were coming in all the time to drink Crown Apple. But the lady was so upset. You don't have fucking Crown Apple? No, I don't. They're out. Like, the distributor, Crown, Canada, closed their borders, so they're not shipping anything over the border right now. Like, there's no. That is some fucking bullshit. Like, man.
I'm gonna go to Canada really quick just to make this for you. I'll be right back. BRB.
Yeah. I even told her we have Jack Apple. I don't want that shit. Well, whatever you're going through, you don't need to let it go on me. It's not my fault that Canada closes borders because of fucking COVID.
And don't be a brat. Like,
Yeah.
who taught you how to act?
I also hate when people reach in my fruit caddy.
Oh,
I always look at them. I'm like, how old are you? And they tell me their age. I'm like, so you're old enough to know how to communicate, right? Yeah, okay, so next time will you please just ask me? Just ask me. I will happily get you as many limes as you want. I will cut you the freshest of lemons. Just please ask me. That's all I'm asking.
It's not a buffet.
Just their hands are so dirty. I don't know the last time you've washed your hands, and now I have to throw out all those fruits. We have to recut everything. It's just gross. Don't do it.
I was still training as a bartender at the Ritz, and it was a day shift. I guess this is when one of the managers was like, I fucking love you. This guy was literally eating chips and started licking his finger. He just ordered a drink and puts his hands in the fruit caddy and is trying to get like limes. I slapped him on the wrist playfully. You're just gonna lick your fingers and touch the limes?
Nasty.
So obviously I throw it in front of him. Now I gotta go get new limes.
Yeah.
Fresh limes.
Get all those out because you're
Like,
gross.
I don't know where your finger's been besides your fucking mouth. Like, can you
Who
not?
knows where that's been?
Can you not do that again? It's like, I am so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I didn't even think about that. Like, I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
like it's closed off. There's a lid on it, You have to physically open the lid to get to it. So and you're also looking around the whole time to see if anyone's watching you. So you already know that it's wrong. Like,
That's very true because they're always looking around like,
yeah, like, oh, am I
is
gonna
anyone
sneak
going to
in?
catch me?
Just ask me. I literally have no problem giving you 72 limes. Just ask me.
I think I'm guilty of that. Probably done it before. Wasted it. Sorry.
Most of us.
Yeah. I mean, one of my don'ts, obviously, or one of my do's is obviously people do it all the time. And, when they take care of the people and respectful. Like, I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. You always take care of me at Shim Sham.
Wait, do I?
Shut up.
Depends on how drunk you are.
The drunker he gets, the better it is.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Here you go.
Here's $300.
I'm just going to keep adding zeros.
Tell me how many zeros. Have you ever had a huge tip where you couldn't... Courtney being dirty. You ever had a huge tip where you couldn't keep the tip at the end of the night because it was so big?
Well, there was this one time, my roommate Taylor was working at Shim Sham, and some guy asked her how much she wanted, and she was like $1,000. Gave her $1,000. They had a conversation about it. Everyone got tipped out really well the night, and then a week later, he,
Disputed it?
disputed it on his bank statement, and so everyone had to pay back that money to the company.
And it was clearly $1,000.
Yeah, it was him on video, being like, yes, like you could see the interaction, you could see him write it, sign it,
Oh, wow.
dispute it. Just wanted to be a big man, show off, and then
I would be so mad.
I remember.
It's crazy that they can dispute that, though.
I remember.
On camera.
I remember Taylor told me that. But wait, how did he dispute it? But don't you guys have the chip reader, or was that before you guys installed it?
I want to say it's before.
Okay, because if it's a chip reader, it's harder to dispute. And if you just swipe it with the magnetic stripe, it's easy to dispute.
I'm honestly not sure, but it's just that's happened a couple times with people. Not that big of like as a tip, but.
Oh, we go after them. I had one. He didn't tip. He just walked out on his tab and it got declined or it went through or something. I can't remember. It was over $300. And then we get a letter 2-3 weeks later, and it's like, oh, you disputed the tab.
It was here in there, right?
Yeah, it was here and on our sister bar tavern. Oh,
Oh, this is a good story though.
I got
Pretty
you.
funny.
So we have said this just about in every episode that bartenders will remember you if you leave a good tip. Bartenders will also remember you even more if you don't tip. But managers or bartenders will even remember you more when you forget to pay your tab, especially me, if it's declined or if it's a huge tab, and then I see that you disputed it. Oh, I'm going to search you on Facebook, Instagram. I will reach. If we have mutual friends, I will find you. Well,
Find you. And
I will find you and I will get that money back. I'm at the front door with one of the door guys, and I see the kid walk in. This motherfucker is here. Time to get our money. So I go to Steve, who is our main business owner. I'm like, hey, what do you want to do? It's like, let's go get him. Let's go get the cops. If he doesn't want to pay, we'll trespass him, and he's not allowed in here, and we'll blacklist him. All right. We're outside. I'm like, hey, I asked for his ID. Like, yep, it's you. So cop was there. I'm like, hey, man, so you were here back in June or July, whatever month it was. We need this money back because you disputed it. Oh, no. I want to make it right. All right, make it right. So he took out cash from the ATM, gave me the money, gave Tyron the money.
It was funny because he was at the ATM. I don't know if it was only letting him pull out a certain amount at a time. He was there for like 20 minutes pulling cash out.
Shaking.
Pulling cash out.
There was another one where the guy was tipping a lot, and at the end of the night, he's tipping one of the bartenders at the tavern a huge amount. A couple weeks later, boom, response.
There was a guy like that. We had him banned. He was doing it every Sunday.
You
Like,
would dispute his tab?
Yeah, every single one. And we're like, we have multiple tabs for you, sir. Like, you sign these. This is you. We have you on camera here.
Did he say anything?
He just got banned. We're just like, we're not letting you in our establishment.
Yeah, because you're literally just drinking for free.
Yeah, and there's people that do that, and it's so fucking annoying because bartenders have to pay that money back if it's a huge, a big tip, or even that, the company's losing money. And that one guy that was tipping one of the bartenders at the tavern a lot of money, he disputed it. Steve found him, went to the job where he works, and he worked at a bank. And he was like, this was going to happen. Just straight out laid it out on him. He went, came back and gave him cash. And it was almost $1,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
Nothing is free.
Nope. I hate when people are showing off, especially guys. Remember the last episode? Oh, you have money? No, you don't.
Oh, yeah. If you brag about it, then you probably don't have it.
No. And I feel like you girls get it more, right? Where guys are trying to show off and tip you more.
It's just, I feel like for me, it's more annoying when they think that their money controls me. Like, yes, I really do appreciate it. It does, pay my bills, and I do appreciate it. But if you're going to be rude to me about it or, like, show off, like, in my face about it, I just don't enjoy those kind of people, It's just not someone.
Yeah, I had a guy on a Tuesday not too long ago, and they were just drunk, and I told him that he couldn't have 2 double tequilas, that I would just pour him singles. Anyways, he got all pissy, got a big argument. He's like, oh, yeah, you would have made more money. And I said, I don't care about your money. I care about you, like, throwing up or driving home or so many other things rather than your money, like.
Right.
But he was trying to, talk down, like, oh, well, I'm not going to tip you now or something like that. I'm like, that's fine. I was like, but I'm responsible for you right now, pretty much. Like,
Oh, you're not going to tip me? Oh, no, I'm just going to cry. Like, you know what, dude? Have some fucking
I
respect.
literally was like, I don't care about your tip. I don't care about your money. I care about you getting in a car and driving home and hitting somebody and killing them. Like, it's not all about the money.
Yeah, people try to be sneaky, too. There was a couple in here, and they were trying to be sneaky with their card. And they're ordering top shelf everything. Top shelf Long Islands, top shelf margaritas, Casamigo tequila shots, which they're expensive. And they're running a tab. I'm like, yeah, sure, start the tab. They walk away, and they leave. Like, motherfuckers. So I run the card. Boom, decline. I ran through a tavern, met him at the front door. He's like, "Hey, your tab's declined, and you forgot to pay your tab. I need you to pay it, and it's declined, by the way." The guy started talking shit, and it was perfect timing. There was a cop pulling up, so there was a door guy at the tavern. I was like, "Hey, go get him right now," and his attitude changed, and it's like, "Hey," officer walks over, "What's going on?" He just walked out on his tab. It was over $100. It got declined, and I just had to chase him. "Oh, okay. Sir, I need you to pay that tab. You will go to jail." Comes back, gives me another card. But then, no, it was a different card name. I brought it up to the cop's attention. He ended up using a stolen credit card. I don't think he ended up going to jail, but this happened, 2016, 2017 when this happened?
That's crazy.
Like, you ain't gonna pull a fast one on me, motherfucker. Like, no way, Jose. I hate that shit. So you've been 10 years in the industry. Is there anything else that you want to share? There's got to be something really spicy in there that you have.
I don't really know. I feel like I've seen a lot in things, but the only other instance I can kind of think of is we used to have this regular at Shim Sham, and he was just a freaking douchebag dude. Just thought money ruled the world.
Did he have
one
tattoos?
of those guys. I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't pay that much attention to his life. But he just one time he got caught on our back patio getting a blowjob from some lady. And
Nice.
we kicked him out, banned him for 30 days. Comes back after 30 days. Comes in and he's ordered drinks for these girls, and he's like bragging about having like a bottle at Surfer. He's like, "I got a bottle at Surfer. You guys gonna come back? Like, it's Tito's. Like, you like Tito's, don't you?" Like, and this is this girl who's barely 21. He's probably like late 40s, which is fine. I don't care, whatever. But just that was always like his type. It's just like young girls. Like, girls are clearly 21, and he like hands her a tab. Was like, "Tip her whatever you want," and like tips me 50. "Thank you, girl. Love you." And then he comes back around, orders food, tips me another 50. And I just never give him the time of day, ever. And he hates it. And he was like, "Come over here, like, give me a hug. Give me a hug." And I was like, "No, I'm good. Like, I see the company you keep. Like, I don't want to touch you. I'm okay." He's like, "Seriously? Like, I'll give you $100. Like, I'll give you $100. He already had tipped me another 50 and, like, put another $10 bill on top of that. And I was like, "Seriously? I'm not coming around to give you a hug. I'm literally not touching you. Thanks." And takes the $10 bill, rips it up, throws it in the trash can. And I was like, "Oh, cool. What am I going to do with that $175 after I tip everybody else out of the bar? Like, wah. I'm going to go home and cry now." Like, I just hate when
And
people
you
think
just
that
look
money
like an
controls
idiot.
me.
Like, you're
Yeah.
the one ripping up money,
And
acting like a child.
Literally, everyone around, we were kind of busy, and everyone was around looking like, "What?
What is wrong
What
with
is this guy
man?
doing right now?" And they were just like clapping when he left just because it was just the audacity. No, I'm not going to touch you for $100. I don't care.
Yeah.
We had a guy at the other bar who was like that. He was a little bit older, and he was a real estate guy. So he was killing the market. I mean, he was killing it. Drive a nice Mercedes. He had a Hummer. He had a place in Jack's Beach, and I remember going there for an after party. I mean, he had a liquor room stock. I mean, it was very douchey. He got mad at me because his girl was flirting with me and gave me her number, and I threw the number away. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the guys did the same thing, ripped up the money that he was going to pay the tab with, cash. Got the 20s, ripped them up. Got the $50 bill, ripped them up. It's like, put it together. I don't fucking deal with douchebags like you. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? My manager kicked him out. And for a second, I thought he was going to whoop his ass. And that manager, man, you did not want to cross him. And I don't want to say his name because I don't want to. But he was quick to kick people out too. On that instance, he just grabbed them.
Suitcased.
You can't do that anymore. He threw them out, literally, physically. Picked them up, boom, threw them out. And we had a cop that was working, and he was trespassed for like a year. And then he went broke because the market crashed.
Because he's a terrible person.
Yeah, that's karma.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't get it. Just big man babies.
Yeah. People throwing money. I mean, unless it's like joking or something and you like know the person, I feel like that's okay. But people getting mad and throwing money, You're a child.
I was at Hooters, and the guy was doing the same thing, just throwing money. He throws, I think it was a $50 wrap or a $100 wrap, throws it behind the bar at the Hooters on Southside before it was remodeled, and my friend was working. She couldn't stand this guy, and she lost it that day. She like picked up all the money, puts it in a rubber band, and gives it back to him. I don't fucking want your money.
Really?
Yeah. It was pretty dope.
Love her.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. I'm like, yeah. Anyways, is there anything else, Courtney?
I don't think so.
No. Nada.
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 Is
Two.
there anything else?
Anything else you want to enlighten us with, Miranda?
I feel like I don't have too many crazy ones off the top of my head. Or any crazy stories.
I know the blowjob one was pretty good. It has, and I know it's happened a lot at Shim Sham,
Just like
even before you were working there.
Yeah. It's
Why?
crazy.
Why Shim Sham?
It happens at every bar.
I know that, but when you said it happens a lot at Shim Sham, I thought there was like a reason. Like
I don't know. I mean, because
the
it's
red
because
lights.
it's
Yeah.
because it's dark, and
I just didn't know if it was like they were.
No, I mean, it's one
pumping
thing when you're like in
aphrodisiacs.
like a private spot, but like when you're right on the back patio, my guy.
I was at Lynch's when the guy was hooking up with a chick a long time ago. I'm like, are they literally doing it? They were doing it.
They were doing it.
They were doing it, and they got kicked out.
I remember seeing the homeless people doing it outside.
They weren't homeless. They were actual.
Oh, maybe they were homeless.
No, we had. They were probably in the early 20s, mid 20s. They left a bar that's across the street from us, and they go under the walkover and just start. I mean, it was broad daylight.
Yep, right under the.
Everyone
Thingy,
at
the
I think everyone
boardwalk.
at the bar was clapping too, right?
Everybody's clapping.
Yeah. No. Anyways, people, Corny's hungover today.
I'm usually more lively.
Yeah,
It's your fault.
not my fault.
It is your fault.
You guys deserve it. Miranda, thank you for being our guest. You're awesome. Go see her at Shim Sham if you're in Jack's Beach.
Emo night.
Emo night.
Don't forget to follow, subscribe, like Courtney. Tell her that she's the worst when she's hungover. But other than that, you want to say something?
Something.
Something. Anyways, everyone, please be
Thanks
good
for
humans.
listening.
And we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Hasta mañana.